All right, go ahead and try to start it. All right, so that's it started. Hood closed, everything good. Go ahead and pop the hood. And look what we got over here. Hi, YouTube. Today we got something special. We have a my brother's Toyota 4runner here that well, the fuel pump's not working on it, and he's seen my video of me doing the vapor system. He said, hey, why don't you come over and get this thing running for me? So that's what we're going to do today. Let me see what we got here. I haven't looked under the hood of this thing in a long time. Okay, so we have 3400, 4-cam, 24 valve. So, okay, so what we're going to have to do here is in order to put the vapor system on here, we're going to have to take out the air box and try and figure out a way to hook up the vapor coming in here. I want to have the vapor going directly into the main throttle body here. So this pipe here can probably disappear. All right, and then we got to figure out something to do with the mass airflow sensor because I want it to idle. So, but first and foremost, we need to figure out and make sure that something's going to work and it's going to work. We got to make sure it starts and runs, and then we'll go from there. We'll check the idle. See if I want it to try to idle at like 800 RPM would be really good because that would be like primo, and if it could still hit the gas, that'd be awesome as well. Yeah. So let's get started. After the first try, it didn't want to fire up. We had to figure out what was the problem. The problem was the fuel pump was disconnected. So or was connected. So we had to disconnect the fuel pump and put the fuse back in over here to make the engine think that it was still connected. But I'll show you that the fuel pump is actually disconnected. I'll show you. We can walk back here. So in this car, the fuel pump is down here, and as you can see, here's the plug for the fuel pump. There's the fuel pump there. Here's the plug for it. It definitely isn't connected. All right. So now let's head back up here to the front. All right. So let's now we know that's working. Let's fire it up. Now it's firing up. Now, if you know anything about this car, is it had a fuel problem before where it wouldn't run because it wasn't getting any fuel. Now it's idling a little funny still, but I did connect. I connected the mass airflow sensor over here. It's not really connected. It's not reading anything. So I'm gonna have to figure out something for that. But it sounds good. It's running smooth. A little bit of dust here and there, but so now that is completely running off of just this here. Now it does have a misfire in it. Maybe I could close that off by these vacuum lines here. I can hear a vacuum leak somewhere. Oh, right there. Okay, so there's a vacuum leak back here where it's pulling air in. That might have to get sealed up. I can hear it whistling. And then we got this one here, and this one here. These are both, yeah. Okay, so we need to tighten up the vacuum lines on it, and there's one leak here. So, but it worked. It ran. It started. I mean, I got to work on the idle. We'll get the idle figured out. But the fact that it ran on just fuel vapor alone, after it hadn't ran and the fuel injectors stopped working on it, but we got it we got it fired up, and
been a year, baby.
And that's how it is. Alrighty, we're gonna do a little bit more video on this one, but that was just the first startup. Alright, so watch this when I hit the gas. Watch the tank. If you can see it, the tank sucks in on the side. You can hear it. It's going right through this system and right into this. Idles. Still has a misfire, but I think I might be able to fix that by getting this mass airflow sensor with more air blowing through it. That might help. If I can get these somehow to pull air through this, that might negate all this misfiring that's going on. Somehow manage to get this mass airflow sensor to read this air pull here, because mass airflow sensor not being on there is always going to cause a misfire. But it wants to run. See, idling is what I'm worried about the most, is getting it to idle, because at higher RPM it's fine. It clears out, everything's good, it runs good. This is only like 1200. This is about normal driving range, about where you have it at. So, I mean, it's running on just this. All right. So first test start. She fired right up, eh? So those vacuum lines should be working now. Seems to idle a little better. I think we need to find a way to connect the mass airflow sensor still, but that's working. It's good. Smooth right out, you hear that? So I guess that helped out a lot. Still has a little bit of a misfire, so I think we're gonna have to work on the mass airflow sensor and get this mass airflow sensor working. Alright, first time backing out of the garage in over a year. So hopefully it backs out without stalling. So far so good. Probably gonna check the brakes. Sounds like the brakes are working. So, take it for a ride. This is the first time this car's been driven in how long?
Over a year.
Over a year. How's it feel?
A little better than it did before.
Isn't that crazy, man? Nice.
Well,
take it easy on the slowing down on this because we don't want the fuel to slosh too far forward.
Yeah.
But I'll go up another hill, huh? Okay. All right. Well, let's check, see how she goes. Likes hills. Seems to be driving about normal. RPMs. Take it easy on it. Alright. Running good. So Nate, what do you think, man?
Well, it's not what I expected, honestly, but I'm happy. I was expecting that it was not going to work, but I watched Aaron's little video and I was like, okay, why not? This thing isn't running. Might as well just give it a try. It can't hurt. Because so far we have not messed with anything factory. We have just adapted other things to the factory pipe, so I can still put everything back the way that it was if I wanted to. You know, fix it back to the way the manufacturer is supposed to have it, but that backfire is probably what blows that intake off, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's what we got to worry about, is the backfires on it. That's what I think the mass airflow sensor is going to come in handy on this. Is
I'm pretty sure that I think that backfire
kind of
is
bumpy a road, eh?
from, well, you got to test it, man. But the backfire is from the well, it could just be too much fuel getting in, right?
Look right now. There it goes, clears up.
No, my foot's on the ground.
Okay, it's flooded then. Just kind of feather it a little bit. Feather it. I think the intake may have popped off when we did that pop, so that's what it's doing right now.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's just running off fumes right now. If what's getting sucked out just a little bit. Because I can kind of smell it. It's all right.
It's very fumy. Yeah, this is. I mean, that intake is going to be something. Yeah,
I'm gonna have.
It's
Yeah, we're
not
gonna
going to have to be anything like this.
see. Stalled right out just because you took your foot off the gas. All right, so just roll on in. So I'm betting you that popped off. So we're gonna pop the hood and see if that popped off again.
He's like, it doesn't sound like it's even running. It's so quiet, isn't it?
Thinking. Yeah, there's something popping out. Looks like some fuel or something. He hit a bump. He went down the bump. He went down probably the bumpiest road possible. Yeah, and there's gas got up in the line there. I can see some on the line there. Jumped around a bit. See, there's gas dripping out of this. So that needs to be.
So the gas didn't come all the way.
Well, the gas, some of the gas when he hit them bumps got rolled around these loops. So these loops may need to get doubled up.
Yeah.
So longer hose, double the loops up. Not very much. I mean, that one hose looks like it got quite a bit in it. At the well, no, it doesn't. It's not that bad now. I'm looking at it. There's like, you can't even see it. And down in these loops, there's a little bit in that one, a little bit in this one. Oh yeah, there's a little bit in all of them, but I think that was because you went down that big road. So try firing it up one more time. There you go. You just had to clear that out. You just had to clear that out and restart it. It's good. Yeah. There we go. Clear it out. It was sucking up gas. So it was stuffing the intake. It was stuffing this intake from it was sucking gas up in here. So that one wasn't pulling in air. Cleared it up though. So we know what the design flaws are. So we need to work on the design flaws. I think it's good. All right, so it cleared up after that. It just apparently got a little bit of fuel in it. So, in conclusion, today, the fuel vapor system did work. It got my brother's truck running again, which was amazing to me, seeing how it hadn't ran in a year and a half. So everything is all good on that. You know, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and you know, give me a big thumbs up. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.